What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the pilot episode of the channel. I'm your host, Octagon Jordan. Like I said, the pilot, episode 1, January 11th, 2024. Shout out Seinfeld, George Costanza with the pilot. Epic episode. But yeah, let's get right into it. So, like I said, I'm your host, Octagon Jordan. I'm coming to you with some of the best UFC picks, analysis, recaps, reactions, everything. Been listening to a lot of shit online, a lot of Ian Gary slander, a lot of Israel Adesanya slander, and I just can't put up with it anymore. I'm sick of it, tired of it. And I won't put up with it. I just fucking won't. And I can't hear Left Lane's, Australian accent any longer. Yeah, no, mate. No, fucking done. So anyway, it's a work in progress. We're going to get new lighting. We're going to get a new background over time. Going to work on my posture. There's a lot of things that are going to evolve with the channel, but I just got my whole setup going, so I wanted to record on night number 1. So let's fucking do that. Can't wait for Saturday. Finally got UFC back after 4 weeks. Holy shit. The holidays distracted me a little bit. Seeing my family was nice. My brother came into town. We partied, we drank, we went to bars. John Anik. This is going to be a great card. But yeah, no, he came in. That was epic. Made some gingerbread houses, did some Evel Knievel jumps on TikTok. Shout out OGDP. Check out his channel. You might see your boy featured in a couple 70 million videos. Just saying. But yeah, so anyway, let's get right into the fucking card. First fight of the night. Oh, yeah, and disclaimer, I might not know every fighter on the card. I know 95% of them, but some are making their debut. Haven't done that much research. Just got the setup going. Wanted to dive right into the first pod. Haven't done a ton of research, so bear with me. It's not going to be like a fucking, Luke Thomas analysis dive in here. But I am going to bring you some money picks. So throw the money down. Let's hit some shit here. Like Derek Brunson said, money lines are rip-off. Parlays are where it's at. Just kidding. All right, first fight of the night. Joshua Van in the flyweight division. This guy looks like a great prospect. I've seen him in 2 fights. He was on a pay-per-view last time fighting Kevin Borjas off Dana White's Contender Series. Kevin Borjas, I watched his Dana White's fight. The guy's a savage. Of course, he's young, has a lot to work on, but Borjas is a savage. Van, he didn't body him, but, clearly won 2 out of 3 rounds. I think was caught off guard in the first round when Borjas was kind of lighting him up a little bit with his speed. But Van, very technical, very sound in all aspects. Defensive grappling, striking, going to the body. I think he set a record for body shots for a flyweight. Felipe Buns. Never heard of Felipe Buns. Like I said, didn't do much research on this card. Just kind of wanted to dive right in and give you guys some money picks. So that's what I'm going to do. But Felipe Buns, I'm not sure about him. So I'm going to go Joshua Van. I know Joshua Van's up and coming. He's going to be a stud. He's very sound. He's going to be good. The next scrap we got on the card, it looks very, very good. We have Tom Nolan versus Nicholas Mota. Now, y'all might remember, last time we saw Nicholas Mota, he was getting his nose elbowed into the canvas. Actually, elbowed into the stratosphere because he fought Manuel Torres, and he just absolutely concaved his skull. Not actually. But, Nicholas Mota been knocked out a bunch of times. I think 40-year-old Jim Miller knocked him the fuck out. So this guy sucks. Tom Nolan, watched him on Dana White's Contender Series, looked very impressive. Some guy was talking shit on him on social media, DMing him about their upcoming fight. Oh, you're nervous. Oh, I hope you're training. Oh, you're having nightmares about me. And Tom Nolan went out like a ball of fire, absolutely KO'd the guy in the first fucking round, epically. I think he hit him with an uppercut, mean uppercut, Justin Gaethje type uppercut. Hook around the right side of the temple. Guy dropped like a sack of potatoes. Dana White lost his fucking mind. Head turned into a goddamn tamale. Tom Nolan's going to knock the fuck out of Nicholas Mota. So that's 100% lock. Weston Wilson versus Gene Silva. Who cares? I don't know. Who cares? Go Gene Silva. No one cares about that one. Fareed Basharat versus Taylor Lapilus. Another very interesting scrap. I've heard, on different channels, different airways, that this might be one of the more entertaining fights of the night, or, one to kind of watch, one to look out for. It's definitely going to tell a lot about the two fighters. I know Taylor Lapilus, it's his second stint in the UFC. Last fight against Coughlin, up in Paris. He looked okay. Coughlin looked terrible. He didn't look like he belonged in the UFC at all, so Lapilus beat him by decision. It was a sound decision. Never got hurt. Flawless performance, but Coughlin looked like he shouldn't even be in the minors. Fareed Basharat, 11-0. I don't know. The Basharat bros are amazing. Neither one of them's gotten hurt. Neither one of them's lost a fight. I'm going to go Basharat for that reason. Lapilus looked boring. Take it by decision. It's got 100% go to decision. That's facts. So, Basharat by decision. Next fight. Marcus McGee versus Gaston Bolaños. Never watched Gaston Bolaños. Heard a couple things about him on numerous podcasts that I've been listening to. Kind of hot and cold on Gaston Bolaños. Some people say he's a killer. I forget if it was Aljamain Sterling or another fighter who said, he looks really good in the gym. I've seen him in his amateur fights. He's KOing people. Got to go Gaston. But then other people that say this guy's a scrub. They watch his last fights. Nothing special. I didn't watch his last fights. So again, that's on me for not doing the research before just jumping on this fucking sick pod. Marcus McGee's a dog. I mean, knock the dog shit out of JP Bays, JP Buys, JP Best Buys, Cheyenne Buys, Cheyenne Doladies, Cheyenne Delidze, whatever. It doesn't matter. But Marcus McGee, guy's a beast. I've seen him in 2 UFC fights, and I've seen him knock the shit out of his opponents twice. So, Marcus McGee. Matthew, the Semmelsberger versus Preston Parsons. Whatever. Should be action-packed. Semmelsberger's just a brawler. That's pretty much it. He's not going to sub anybody. Preston Parsons, I've heard his name. Not memorable. I'm going Semmelsberger KO. Next fight, Andrei Arlovsky. Oh, chasing Jim Miller for that record. Guy's 42 or 44. 45. I think 44, I believe. And, wins by decision. Got KO'd in his last fight. Dontel Mays, who's a dead body, who sucks. I actually had Dontel Mays in that fight, so I was happy he won. But Dontel Mays is so slow. Hurt John Jones's pec. I mean, Dontel Mays is just... he's something. Against Waldo Cortez Acosta. I've heard a lot of slander on Waldo Cortez Acosta. I have high hopes for this guy. I do. I think in his last fight, he absolutely brutalized Lucas Bursky. Brutalized him. So I think it was clean. I think Bursky got fucking rocked, and then he turned away, and he got socked in the head with some hooks. I don't think there was any behind-the-head shots. I don't understand that analysis. Cortez Acosta, his first couple fights, he's getting leg kicked. He's susceptible to leg kicks, but he's young. He's only 11 fights into his career, and he didn't get TKO'd by those leg kicks. He's very technical. He just showed his last fight against Bursky. He's got heavy hands, and I think he's going to get more aggressive. I think he could have arguably won that fight against Rogerio de Lima. Hope his teeth are fitting back in. Off the flying knee, Derek Lewis, Black Beast. My balls are hot. My balls are hot. You see that Manscaped commercial with D-Lou? Oh, my girl wanted me to buy the Manscaped the other day because my razor broke. I said, I can't do it. Every time I do it, or every time I shave, I just think of Derek Lewis. Can't do it. All right, moving up the card. Fourth to last fight. Ricky Simone versus Mario Batista. Ricky Simone, he's such a wild card. He has a win over Merab Davadishvili, the Goblin. But that was kind of a weird fight. It was after the bell. I mean, he did sub him. Give him that. Merab wasn't moving. He was stiff as a fucking board, plywood, sitting there, looked blue. Then he tried to fight it, which was weird. But then he lost to Uriah Faber, who just got KO'd and annihilated by Petr Yan and was never heard from again. And then he beat Jack Shore by submission, undefeated prospect Jack Shore. And then he just got TKO'd by Song Yadong. So, I mean, this guy.
Yadong is a little bit bigger than I thought.
Yeah, a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger punch to the fucking nose. Shave the mullet. Lose a little bit more weight. Work on your striking. I think Ricky Smoke has a future. Mario Batista, don't care about him. Don't give a fucking bullocks about him. Probably has a small dick.
Yadong is a little bit bigger than I thought.
Well, maybe not. But yeah, he might whip out the old Batista bomb, the spine buster, the fucking machine guns. I walk alone inside this pit of danger. Yeah, I'm going to Ricky Simone. Decision. Next fight, Jim Miller, UFC record holder for most wins, most fights, most everything. Against Gabriel Benitez, Mowgli. Gotta be honest, don't know what Mowgli means. I have no idea. Undecided if I think it's cool at all. I have no clue what it fucking means. Heard John Anik say it. No, I know that's his nickname. Haven't bothered to look it up. Mowgli Benitez against Jim fucking Miller, according to him. Jim Miller's looked good. Knocked the shit out of Jesse Butler, sent him back to the minor leagues like everybody had predicted pre-fight. Can't believe I missed that one. Knocked the shit out of Nicholas Mota, who we talked about earlier, who's also getting KO'd on this card. But, I want to see Jim Miller at UFC 300 against none other than El Kakui, Tony Ferguson. I know T. Ferg's on a 7-fight losing streak. Don't want to talk about it. That's why I got the wine. Don't want to talk about it. But I think T. Ferg versus Miller, loser leaves town matchup. Hopefully there's blood. I want to see Tony whip the blades out, bloody up Jim Miller. That's what I want to see. So I got Jim Miller in that one. Next fight, Mateus Nikolai versus Manel Kape. Manel Kape likes to use a lot of homophobic slurs, which, hey, that's his prerogative. I don't give a fuck. I kind of liked it. I thought it was funny. What was that guy beforehand? Charles Radke, who did it before him. 2 F-bombs on one card. I love it. I love it a lot. I love it a lot.
You know what? Fucking.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. What you want?
What you want? What you want, motherfucker? What you fucking want? You pull out like a beach. You're a beach. Yes.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. What you want?
I know they fought before, went to decision. That was when Manel Kape was kind of in his bullshit stage when he lost to Pantoja and then Nicolau. But yeah, Nicolau's nothing special. I've watched 5 of his fights. I don't remember a single fucking moment. Not a single second. I remember getting KO'd by Brandon Royval. That's literally all I remember from Mateus Nicolau. I know he's a good fighter, 19-3. But yeah. Let's go right to the main event. Johnny Walker versus Magomed Ankalaev. Oh, Luke Thomas's boy, Magomed Ankalaev versus Johnny Walker. This is a tough one. Ankalaev just is a weirdo. He's a freak. Every fight he has is a weird decision. It's either a draw or a DQ or an Ion Kutelaba acting job or a premature ref stoppage or I have bedhead, I'm going to get leg kicked and then I'm going to grapple for 2 rounds and make a boring fight. I don't know what's wrong with this guy whatsoever. Johnny Walker, absolute beast. Flying knees, elbowed Khalil Roundtree back to Thailand. I think he knocked all the tears out of him for a couple of years. Now they're starting to come back. So I think we got to run that rematch back. I want to see Walker, Roundtree too. Hopefully exactly what happens in the first fight. Not that I don't like Roundtree. I actually do like Roundtree because he's so exciting. Beat the shit out of Chris Daukaus. Beat the shit out of Lionheart Smith on paper. But, yeah, I want to see that second fight. I want to see Walker do the same thing. That the noise of that elbow I haven't heard since that fight, and I need that satisfaction. So this fight, interesting. I had Walker in the first fight in a parlay. I just thought he was coming off a 3-fight winning streak, very athletic, going to use his athleticism. But then I just rewatched the first fight 2 nights ago, and I rewatched the doctor stoppage. Johnny Walker was being super weird when the doctor was talking to him. He was. I couldn't hear it in the moment because I was drinking with my girlfriend. I got music playing, but I could hear the doctor's questions. Johnny had this weird look on his face, this look in his eyes, like this. He wasn't even looking at the doctor. He was looking like up here. Oh, the desert. What? So it's just weird. And then, like, when the doctor was talking to the ref about stopping the fight and, having a conversation with the ref, Walker wasn't even, like, trying to listen. He was just, like, staring off like this. Like, if I'm not hurt and I want to keep fighting, I'm like, ref, what are you talking about? No. I'm good. Whoa. No, chill. Walker, when they were talking about the DQ, was just like this. So that made me feel like he kind of wanted out of there. And then as soon as he called it, the ref did. Walker didn't react to that either. Like, he wasn't like, what? He waited for the ref to do this, then the ref walked away. And then Walker, like, tried to play tough guy, and he was, after a couple seconds, he was like, all right, let's go. Ankalaev. What do you need, data? So that gave me pause. So I could see Walker getting a flying knee, but no, I can't see it. I can't see it. Ankalaev, if you want to win money, take him by decision. I think it's going to be a boring fight, honestly. So we'll see what happens. Thanks for tuning into the first pilot episode with Octagon JP here. There's going to be a lot to come, and we'll see what happens. Looking forward to it, boys. Peace out.